Hello, and welcome to another exciting edition of Hidden in the Universal Vault. I'm Ron, your host, and we are heading back onto the Universal Monsters era of films in this franchise. So I don't have the J card in here that tells you the cast list. So I'm going to kind of say what the movie is and the cast. I'm on Wikipedia for my phone right now. So we're taking a look at a movie that stars Henry Hall, Warren Orland, Lester Matthews, Spring Byington, and Valerie Hupster, directed by Stuart Walker and written by John Coldelin. 1935's Werewolf of London. Yes, I'm taking a look at 1935's Werewolf of London. So yeah, this is actually, like I said, I'm watching this off of the Universal Monsters set, and that's what I'm putting my phone right there. But I'm watching off of this set though, and yeah, I did cover a movie off the Dracula set. This is the first movie I'm covering on this set right here. So this is actually a really good set. So in addition to this, and I'll get to the other ones, you get the original Wolfman, you get Frankenstein meets Wolfman, you also get She-Wolf of London and Werewolf of London, which is the movie I watched. So yeah, let's actually talk about Werewolf of London. And it's just average. I don't really have much to say about this movie, but let me kind of run down with this without having to resort to Wikipedia. I might have to, so if you see a little bit of a light going on, it's because I'm resorting to this. So kind of go ahead and read you some of the plot. So the movie focused on, I'll put it right here so I can kind of look back and forth. So the movie focused on Wilfred Glendon, a wealthy and world-renowned English botanist. Journey to Tibet. So the movie starts out with this man going to Tibet. He's searching for this rare plant. So right in the beginning of the movie, we see him, basically he's in Tibet and he stumbles on the Wolfman. So the Wolfman actually bits him. He actually literally fights him and he gets bitten by that. So he heads to America. We're introduced to a man named Dr. I forget the name. I knew I had the name though. Dr. Yamaguchi, played by Warren Orland. He's famous for he was the original Charlie Chan in the Charlie Chan serials for Fox. So that's what he is. So he's sort of a con man, so I do believe, yeah. So Henry Hall, I think it is. He plays the doctor. So Wilford meets up with Lisa, who she basically is sort of the damsel in distress. Not really damsel in distress, but she really is the. I don't even know how to explain. I think the problem again is I kind of got bored with this movie, so I totally blanked a lot of scenes. It tries to do innovation, but I'm trying to think how else I want to say this. And this is a tough movie to talk about because this is a movie you really got to pay attention to, otherwise you're going to be lost, because this is a movie I paid attention and didn't pay attention because I got lost with what was going on the story-wise. The black and white cinematography is fantastic. The make effect was actually, I think, done by Jack Pierce. So he basically did the makeup effect on that. And I'm trying to think what else to explain about the movie. It's kind of really hard to talk about. I think the performances range from pretty good to just average. I didn't really think the performances stuck out like Oscar-worthy performance, that kind of thing. It wasn't really as much of entertaining, but the black and white does help a lot with this movie, and it's really hard for me to say what I really knew about this. There's also times that the fighting is a little bit corny, but for a movie that was released in, I believe it was 1935? Yeah, 1935. For a movie released in 1935, that's what you expect. So, yeah, and the transformation of Werewolf is good. At times you can see transformation, but there's one shot I liked where he's walking, you see one part of him turn into the Wolfman. Then he hits to another part of the scene, and he turns and keeps turning until it turns into the Wolfman. So, it's kind of hard for me to say why I think the movie is good, why I think the movie is bad. I don't know. I'm trying to think, is there anything else to say? I'm kind of looking through Wikipedia, but yeah. Yeah, basically Wilford is trying to research werewolves. So he's trying to find, like I say, trying to find a cure, but the other doctor is trying to stop him that says, no, they're my plants. You're not going to turn my flowers. There's a special flower that's sort of like the antidote to basically to try to cure him. But I felt the biggest problem with this movie is I thought the ending was just a little too weak. Like, none of the characters seem to really do as much as they should. Like I said again, I really want to like this because I like the idea. There's a featurette on there. I believe the featurette, I did watch a little bit of it though, and it's actually called Monster by Moonlight, which is a featurette hosted by John Landis, which is John Landis hosting it. So he talks about the whole history of the not werewolves, but the history of the Universal monsters. An interesting fact, when Landis made an American Werewolf in London, he actually kind of cut the merge. He combined the words An American in Paris with the word Werewolf of London. Thus, An American Werewolf in London was created thanks to the title of this movie. So I did not really know that. I'm like, that's cool. And I do have An American Werewolf in London. I'm going to cover that one. I'm going to cover that one eventually, so I'll get to that one soon. But yeah, I'm sorry, guys. When a movie that I think is average, it's hard for me to talk about. But before I go on to giving what I'm going to rate the film, is Werewolf of London a bad movie? No, I've seen worse, but it's okay. It's not on the level of like Dracula or Frankenstein. I haven't watched Frankenstein, so I can't say that. I have a few Wolfman movies on this set. So, I mean, it's okay. I'm gonna kind of recommend this, but if you do get any of those Universal Monster sets or even this set and you want to check it out, I guess check it out. I didn't really get much out of this movie. Like I said, it's dull. The acting's not that great. The biggest positive I can easily say is the black and white cinematography, but I've seen better black and white cinematography. Like a movie I covered on the channel, Psycho. Great movie, great black and white cinematography on that. But in the very end, this is just an average but yet boring movie. Like I said, it's not terrible. I wouldn't necessarily say this is boring, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. I will say I did watch this in the dark, so that kind of did help a little bit. But I'm sitting there like this the whole time. I'm sitting, is this going to ever end? I'm sitting there. I was close to shutting it off. I just kind of got bored. But I was like, no, stick with it. It's entertaining. The ending was a mess. And when you have a movie that has a mess of an ending, you get yourself an average but mediocre film. It's sad I have to give Werewolf of London a 3 out of 5. I really wanted to like this movie because I think a lot of the scares, some of the scares just weren't scary. Even if you watch it black and white, not black and white, but if you watch it in the dark or with the lights on or the lights off, I just didn't really get anything out of it. Now, mind you, again, this isn't a bad movie, guys. I'm not harping on the Universal Monsters series. There's probably some better ones, but as of now, Werewolf London is just average. I don't think I'll go back to this one anytime soon throughout the Halloween season. Maybe even next year. I probably won't watch it next year. I'll probably say it's one of those that just you watch unless you're really bored. So that's my review of Werewolf London. I'm sorry guys, this wasn't my best review, but I just can't really get in much out of it than just that. So, like I said guys, thank you guys again so much for watching. If you do like the content of the channel, like, comment, subscribe, click the subscribe button, ring the bell, click the bell, ring the bell to get all of my video notifications. I'm also on Letterboxd, guys. If you want to check me out there, you can check me out there as well. So, yeah, like I said, I'm sorry. I just didn't get much out of Werewolf of London. So, yeah. And as always, keep watching those Universal movies, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.